So yeah, because women can, because they have their right side of their brains in use very much, I tried to draw a star in there. I call it the star side, the star view. When you look into a sky and you have all these stars, that's relaxing to me. I see so many things. So it's like when a man goes into a shop and he sees all these different stars, all these different things in there, like the trousers and shirts and he's overwhelmed because he hasn't that right side active so much, because that bridge isn't really there. It's biologically bigger looking, this bridge in between, for women than for men. So what he can do is hunt, go for one goal. So he's going out to seek out different places to stay, like in ancient years, or he's just doing his job nowadays. But he's not as good in keeping in mind your birthday and the festivity that he wants to attend with his colleagues, and he's needing new clothes, and he tends to forget about these things. Men, but women, they're multitaskers. They go out at the festivity, on the way they buy some clothes. They get there and they order something online for your birthday. Yeah, they do it all at once. So then also, if this is the right side of our brain here, well, actually this is the right side here, sorry, and it's ruling the other side of our body. That's how it's wired. Somewhere in our neck, these things just get exchanged. Then, if someone is kind of mimicking stuff, then usually this side here is like dead, and they only smile on this side. Well, actually, it's the other way around. This one is not a genuine smile because it doesn't go both ways. So if we had somebody that would genuinely be smiling, it would be an even smile. Shall I start this video again? Maybe it gets too complicated when I say this and that. But now we are looking at her. So her right side is ruling the side of her body where we have got our hearts. There is a slight tendency of our hearts to be a little bit on here, like on your left side when you turn this around. That's you. So, because your right side is that brain that can do stuff simultaneously and is linked with emotions, and this other side is never linked with emotions here. If you want to fake emotions, usually people, they do it rationally. So their left side fakes the emotion on this side only. So you've got the smile that's just going up on this side, and all this right side is dead. You can see that on the Kardashians a lot. So it's just dead on the right side. And you can tell when people get old that they've got, like, there is a lot of comedians, they got a wrinkle here. That's not because they're sleeping on their right side. It's because throughout their lives they've been smiling. Fake. They've been interviewed a lot and they needed to make that smiley face. So if you intend to make a smiley face, that's rational thought leading you there. So you actually do it on purpose. So that's why you do it kind of unnaturally and just on this side. So I know a Helge Schneider, a German comedian, he's got a big this side, and when he smiles for the interview partners, you can tell that he's forcing him to smile. And he mostly smiles on this side here. If someone genuinely laughs, they smile both sides. Because they have understood with their rational brain side what's funny about the fun, and their emotions got kicked off, and so they have both sides involved, so they laugh evenly. Yeah. She's a mess. Nice. So, just want to go through the cow and the deer. They would never meet. In real life, just in winter, I saw deer come very close to my house. I was walking outside. I saw it run away, and so I returned immediately. People say that they've got not a lot of energy during winters, so when you give them food and stuff, that's kind of, you shouldn't do that, because they have a pilgrimage to your house eating that food. That's natural selection. Some of them just die off, but the ones that make it shouldn't be coming to your house, because even when you are on an alpine hiking path and you got deer on the way, you shouldn't be making loud noises so that they run off. It takes them such a lot of energy to run off. They can never make up that lost energy with food. They don't find food during winters. Yeah. But during nights, when I hear hard walking on the stone pavement outside, I can tell it's a deer. You know, a dagger doesn't make these noises, a cat doesn't, and a fox doesn't. Yeah, and you can tell next morning by looking at the prints. So he's got all the piercings I once had, and he too, she, the cow, right? Yeah. But yeah, it's a book for children, telling children about the woods. So this cutting of the wood actually is correct. If you cut the wood like this, then that tree will probably fall onto you. It falls best. Just cut it straight through. There is YouTube videos up on this topic, but yeah, I trust this book because she got it right. There is even someone here. I didn't see him at the beginning. But you don't cut all the trees. That's what they did in Switzerland 100, 200 years ago, because Switzerland was all covered with wood, trees, and they had to settle, have some place to actually build stuff, so they had to take down the trees. And nowadays it's still the farmers that actually keep the wood where it is. The wood would just grow and continue to take over the grass, but because the farmers need to cut down grass once it is higher than 30 centimeters, what you got is they take care of the border of the woods. They go cut the grass, and they don't want stones to get into their machines, so they in spring go all around the borders of the wood neighboring to the fields, and they throw the stones back into the woods. When there is streets going through land, then the people next machine will just grab the snow and blow it into the fields. So a lot of stones actually are blown with that snow machine into the fields. I saw it. That's really annoying. It's not the big stones, it's the ones, the pebbles from the paths, but still. So a lot of ground is lost once there is a street neighboring your field. You cannot get the grass, at least not with a machine. But it's the farmers that kind of keep the outlook of our landscape the way it is. It doesn't look wild. All land is owned, so all land is guarded by somebody. That means all land looks like a, miniature landscape. It never looks wild. That's why I have my grass growing in my garden. I just want to see what it looks like once grass is growing and you don't really interact with it. You don't, and it looks so nice, I tell you. Like in the mornings when their little dewdrops are hanging on the grass. Then the sun starts to shine into that field and it's all wild. My eyes can relax because it's like white noise. If I go into a China garden, I'm still a bit at unease. I can tell that humans have planted and thought about the whole outlook. And yeah, even if they want to make me feel relaxed by giving me wide distances to look just through the whole garden so that my eyes can relax, still, it doesn't work. I've seen one in Zurich, Switzerland. So yeah, I'll do another video someday about this bug. It's a deer bug.